welcome back to my channel. So today we're sitting down and we are doing the Makeup Declutter Tag video. My girl Ava Tews created this tag video last week, and of course I wanted to support her and do the tag, and also I think it's so much fun. I love doing a tag video. So before we get started, don't forget to upload every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday for you guys. If you like this video while you're watching it, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. It really does help my channel out. And other than that, if you're excited and you want to see the Makeup Declutter Tag, then let's go ahead and get started. So like I stated, this tag was created by my girl Ava Tews. If you do not know, she's my bestie, my YouTube best friend, as well as a real life best friend. So like I said, I wanted to support her and do the tag. Tag videos are so much fun though. They're like some of my favorite videos to do. I love answering questions about my makeup collection, all of the above. So anytime there is a tag video going around, your girl's probably gonna do it. I'm gonna definitely have Ava's video linked down below for you to check out, considering she is the creator of the tag and it was the original video. Definitely check her out if you have not yet. And if you are a content creator and you want to do this tag, I tag you. I would love to see you guys do the videos. Or if you're not and you want to answer the questions down in the comments, I would love to hear them as well. Couple things before we actually get started. If you're curious about this makeup, I went ahead and tried the new M Cosmetics Masterpiece collection. That should have been my last video I put up. So that is where this makeup came from. I will have it linked in the eye and down below in case you missed it and you want to check it out. Also, okay, I know this is the Makeup Declutter Tag. I'm going to warn you, I'm not going to actually be physically decluttering all of these products. And I say that because I just have done quite a few declutter videos over the past couple of months, and I am not someone who declutters very often. I feel like I do declutters in each category about once, maybe twice a year, and that's pretty good for me. I'm not someone who is constantly decluttering things and getting rid of things from her collection. So because of that, some of these items I'm not going to actually be decluttering, but they are items that I'm not loving, and I can definitely see myself decluttering in the future. And then also some of them I really am just going to declutter and get rid of. So I'll kind of explain that as I'm answering the questions. I will have the questions down below in my description box if you want to check them out and do this tag like I said. The first one, a makeup product that's impractical. And when I first saw that, I was like, impractical? What makeup product do I own that is impractical? And it took me quite a minute to really think about what I wanted to say for that. And for this one, I chose the Becca Zero No Pigment Virtual Foundation. This is impractical because what is this? If they say it's a no pigment foundation, which it really is, like no pigment foundation, okay? It's a primer. It's a primer. Now, as a primer, I guess it's kind of practical. It's a little bit like pore filling. It's more of like a jelly sort of consistency. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm not flipping off. I'm so sorry. I don't even know how to explain it. You can't even see it. It's just like a clear primer. I guess it's a little bit smoothing and pore filling, but it really didn't do a whole lot for my face the couple of times I tried it. And as like a no pigment foundation, that's just weird. It's just weird. It's impractical. I never reach for this. This is going to be one that I go ahead and declutter and get rid of. Maybe someone would like it as a primer, as a foundation. I mean, it's literally, I'm still perplexed by that whole marketing strategy and route they took with this. Obviously Becca has since then shut down, which is a bummer, but yeah, this is impractical and I am going to declutter this from my collection. Number 2 is a mascara that's definitely expired, and that is this one right here from Lawless. This is their one and done mascara. I don't even know how old this mascara is. Like months, like way too old. You're supposed to only keep your mascaras open like 3 months. I definitely keep mine open longer. I will say I usually keep mine open like 6 to 8 months, which I know is too long. I know it's too long, but I feel like this is even older than that. Like this is very, very old. I don't love it. Honestly, it's a little bit too clumpy for me. It's a really wet formula and it's clumpy. It makes my lashes just not look good. So I kind of didn't even use the whole thing up, which is a little bit of a bummer. But yeah, this is definitely expired and this can definitely leave my collection. Number 3 is a red lipstick that you never wear. This is, I'm kind of cheating a little bit because it's not like bright red. It's like a berry sort of tone and it's in the red family. So we're going with it. And that is this one right here from Hank and Henry. This is their matte liquid lipstick and it's in the shade Petal Pusher. I got this from BoxyCharm forever ago, you guys. Like, it's way too long ago. I don't think I've had BoxyCharm in like 4 years at this point, maybe 3. And I got this like a long time ago. It's probably expired as well. But it's, I mean, I don't know. I just never really reached for it. It's a pretty shade. It's like a deep dark berry sort of shade, but I remember this being a pretty drying formulation whenever I did use it the couple of times I tried it. And I don't know, I just don't really, I never reach for it. When I was trying to find a red lipstick to include in this, I saw this and I was like, I cannot remember the last time I used this. So yeah, I know it's not technically red, but it's berry and we're going with it. And this I really am decluttering from my collection as well because I never wear this. All right, number 4 is a high-end item that is not worth the money. So this one I am not physically decluttering from my collection, mainly because it's a little bit newer to me. And also it was very expensive. So I'm not getting rid of it quite yet, but I can see myself possibly doing so in the future. And it is this glitter right here from Valentino. This is their multi-reflect eye glitter, and I have the shade Dream Dust 02. I just don't like this. I mean, truly, it's glitter, which I kind of knew that when I was buying this, that I don't really love glittery products that much, especially like things that are like this chunky of glitter. But Tati was raving about this and I just really wanted to give it a go. So obviously I bought it, and I don't know. I mean, it's pretty, like, trust me, on my hand right there, like that is reflective and pretty and beautiful. But on the eye, it's a little bit chunky. It creases. It has so much fallout on the face, like so much glitter just kind of rains down on your face. And that's just kind of annoying to me. Really, the only glittery sort of eye products that I will put up with for that is the Pat McGrath Special Shades. Anything else, I'm like, oh, this is too messy. I don't like it. So I don't want to actually get rid of this product because it was really expensive and I've only used it a couple times. I do definitely want to get a little bit more use out of it before I finally do declutter it, but I don't love it, and it's definitely not worth the price. If you have your eye on this and you love glitter, I mean, maybe you would like it, but I would just maybe not waste your money. Question number 5 is a drugstore dud, and sadly, I feel like I had quite a few products that I could have included in this category. I feel like I've tried a couple drugstore products in the last couple of months that have really bummed me out and not really lived up to my expectations. But the one that I chose was this one right here from Catrice. This is their Sun Lover Glow Bronzing Powder. This is another one that I don't think I'm going to actually declutter quite yet. I can 1,000,000% see myself doing so later on, but I've only used it like 1 or 2 times. So I do want to get a couple more uses out of it and really fully get my thoughts down on it. But upon my first impression and using it, I did not like it at all. It's a really warm bronzer, like insanely warm, almost orangey sort of tone. And I typically don't love that sort of bronzer shade on me. Also, it's very glittery. And I'm not saying glowy because it says it's glowy, but it's not glowy, it's glittery. Like if you look up close on your face, you have tiny little specks of glitter everywhere. So this was definitely a dud. I was expecting to love it. When you look at it in the pan, it looks beautiful. It's marbled. It's like, I think a little bit more of a baked formula. So I really was expecting to love this and love it on my skin. And then I tried it and I was like, oh, I don't think I like this at all. So again, I'm going to keep trying it just to fully form my thoughts. But as of right now, I don't love it. I don't love it. And I can definitely see myself decluttering it in my next bronzer declutter, whenever that is later in the year. But I am going to keep holding on to it for now. Number 6 is a palette that you forgot you had. So I'm definitely cheating with this one as well because this is one that I already decluttered, but I went ahead and did a really big eyeshadow palette declutter back in December. I can have that linked in the eye and down below in case you missed it, but I went through every single one of my eyeshadow palettes and decluttered quite a bit. I felt like I was pretty ruthless in that declutter. So because of that, I don't really have any eyeshadow palettes that I have forgotten about because I got rid of them in that declutter. And I don't really have any eyeshadow palettes right now that I don't like and don't want and that I want to declutter. So the one I chose for that is this one right here from Dominique Cosmetics. This is their Celestial Thunder palette. This is a mini one that we got in BoxyCharm a while ago, a couple years ago. You guys, I used this 2 times. 2 times. I feel bad saying that. And honestly, both times I used it, I didn't dislike it. For some reason, I just never remembered I owned this. The color story is a little all over the place. I couldn't really fully create like eye looks with this. I felt like I was always missing something or didn't have something that I needed. I don't know. This color story is confusing to me. I never remembered that I owned it. And like I said, I went ahead and decluttered it in the past, so it's staying decluttered. But yeah, I'm sorry I cheated on that, but I don't know. I just have a lot of palettes right now that I really enjoy and like. So I wanted to talk about this one again because prior to decluttering it in the past, I really did never ever remember to use it. I only used it twice. Number 7 is a foundation that is not a shade match. This probably could have also gone in the category of duddy drugstore products, but I decided to put it here, and it is the e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation. Gosh, I just don't really like this foundation, unfortunately. I have the shade Fair 120N. I put it in the category of a foundation that doesn't match me because it is a little bit light. Is it the actual color of my skin and my neck and my chest? Yes. So technically it really does match me, but it just makes me look so incredibly like ghostly and pale, and it's just too light on me, if that makes sense. But yeah, I hate this powder foundation. I truly do. And I'm like debating on if I should declutter it for real or not, because it's brand new to me. I literally have only tried it a couple times. I did a video on it, a whole first impressions, wear test, all of the above. You know what I'm gonna do? And down below in case you missed it. But I'm just like, I hated it so much the couple of times I tried it. I'm like, should I just go ahead and get rid of it and declutter it? I think I'm gonna keep it. Just to give it maybe like 1 or 2 more goes. But it's like, will I actually do that? Because truly, you guys, I really don't like how this looks on my skin at all. So now I'm like conflicted. I think I am gonna keep it though. I'm gonna keep it for now, but it really just doesn't match me. It's way too light, and it looks dry and awful and cakey and terrible on me and breaks up and doesn't wear well. And I really don't like anything about this foundation. So number 8 is a product that wasn't worth the hype. I'm kind of cheating a little bit with this one as well, only because it's a product that is very like hot and cold. Like you either love it and you think it's the best primer ever, or you hate it and it makes you break out. And I'm just kind of somewhere in the middle, but the people who love it, I just don't really see the hype. And I am talking about the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. This is just like, it's just kind of to me, if that makes sense. I haven't noticed it breaking me out, but I also don't really reach for it too often to where I probably would notice it breaking me out. But this is just okay to me. When I put it on, it is very sticky. I don't find it to be insanely hydrating, which I prefer a hydrating primer. I have very dry skin. Also, you have to let it sit and like soak into your skin for a few minutes before you put your foundation on, or it can peel your foundation. And I just don't have the patience for that. Normally, if I'm getting ready before work, I don't have the time for that. And then if I'm just getting ready in general, I don't have the patience for it. So I don't want to sit there and let this sink into my skin for a couple minutes. Also, I just don't think that makeup wears insanely well over top of it. So I don't know. The people who love it, I don't understand the hype. But the people who hate it, I don't really see why they absolutely hate it as much as they do. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of like in the middle with this, and I just don't think it's worth the hype either way, good or bad. I forgot to say, I'm not going to actually declutter that one either. Another one I'm not going to declutter is number 9, which is a concealer you couldn't make work. Okay, so for this one, I chose the Pat McGrath Labs. This is her Skin Fetish Sublime Concealer, and I picked up the shade L1. The main reason I don't think that this works out for me is the shade. It's very light on me. I got L1 because all the other shades were essentially sold out for like 20 years in a row. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll just pick up L1. So it is a little bit too light on me. But another thing that I don't like about this is drying on me. And I don't understand. I feel like I could have probably also put this in the not worth the hype category, because a lot of people love this concealer. I don't think it's that great. It is too light on me. It's drying on me. I don't think it has that much coverage. It doesn't look that good when I set it down with powder. And yeah, I don't love this. I keep trying to use it and I keep trying to make it work for me. So far, I have not been able to do so, but I'm also not going to declutter it because A, it's Pat McGrath. B, it was expensive. And C, I haven't fully made up my mind on it. But as of right now, I cannot make this baby work. And then for the last question of number 10, Ava said this was a like hypothetical sort of category. You didn't obviously actually have to declutter the whole thing, but the question is, what is one category that if you had to, you would completely start over? You would get rid of absolutely every product that you already own in that category and start over. And this was hard for me because I have a lot of makeup and I have been collecting makeup for a long time, but the category I chose was brows. I am just really not that picky when it comes to my eyebrows. I feel like I'm pretty blessed with pretty naturally thick brows. They're dark. I don't really need to fill them in a ton, just a little bit up here in the front. And then I like to hold them down with a brow gel. But I'm not picky about my brow products. I'm not picky about the pencils I use, if I use powder versus wax versus a gel versus, you know what I mean? Like, I'm really not picky with brows. So if I had to completely start that category over, I think I'd be okay with it. I do. I think I would pick up like one pencil and a gel and be good to go. So yeah, if I had to start one category over, it would be brows. And that was it, you guys. That was the Makeup Declutter Tag. Shout out to my girl Ava for making this tag video. Like I said in the intro, I love tag videos. I love doing them. I think they are so much fun. I'm sorry I cheated on some of these and I'm not actually decluttering them. I know that's the whole point, it's the declutter tag, but I tried to explain why I wasn't going to actually declutter them as I was speaking about them. Again, I'm gonna have Ava's video linked down below for you to check out. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much, you're awesome, I love you. Please subscribe if you have not yet, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys.